It's time to hit the skins with 106.7 The Fan's Sports Junkies.
Okay.
Why? Well, still coming off a loss. Okay, but you have the Niners looming. It's pretty close. That's okay. It's the overriding theme. I get it.
The Redskins still don't know what's going to happen with Josh Norman. Of course, he missed practice yesterday to get further evaluations on his fractured rib. Jay Gruden did say that they'll know more on Tuesday or Wednesday.
I guess I'll start off with a specific question on Norman's rib situation. You had an initial diagnosis of 2 to 4 weeks. He tweeted something about 4 weeks. Is that kind of on the latter end now after further tests? Or?
Yeah, we're not sure. He had follow-ups with doctors today, and so he wasn't out of practice today, so we'll get a better idea come tomorrow or Wednesday. Hopefully it's 2 to 4, 5, 3, I don't know.
The mystery absence.
I don't know.
Yeah, good news. Josh Doxson did practice, though.
That's always
he's on a
solid
practice
news.
streak. He's tearing it up. It's like 3 straight weeks without an injury.
I think, Jay, I heard Jay comment that he's practiced for like 5 weeks now, basically. So he's good. Let's hope.
Forgotten that his last ball dropped, though.
He's good at
I was.
I think Trent hasn't practiced, right? They had another MRI or whatever. They're trying to figure out what's going on with him. Who else? Who else do we have that's banged up?
Some of the secondary guys, like who was banged up?
Well, you had Mason Foster banged up at
Nicholson,
one point.
maybe.
Of course,
Foster.
Of course, Jordan Reed banged
I
up.
would assume that all those guys are okay.
Rob Kelly banged up.
Right. You have Jay was asked about the Donk, former Redskins coach. Guy's been around the league 25 years.
Oh, Forster.
Chris Forster. Asked about the confidence in his staff, something like that.
Yeah, it's sad. I feel for Chris. He's a very good offensive line coach, and he was a great person when he worked here. So hopefully he gets the help that he needs and can move forward with his life.
I mean, the guy clearly has a drug issue. Hopefully he does go into therapy or rehab, whatever he needs, to get his life back together. Sad.
Just embarrassing, man.
I saw one picture of the Scripper, as Cakes likes to say.
Well, that's the only way you say it.
And it was small, like thumbnail. She looked a little bit body.
Yeah, she's a cute girl. Completely whored him. He's in love with the hooker, and she just whored him.
She's just making fun of him.
I mean, it's just
But he broke the cardinal rule. You never fall in love with a Scripper.
No.
It's just a terrible idea.
Right. Well, the other
Doesn't
cardinal
work out
rule
for
is
anybody.
you don't videotape yourself or whatever you call it.
Yeah.
Record yourself.
Yeah.
Record
That's,
lines.
that's 1A. It's right
That's
there.
just it's never good.
It's idiotic.
I mean,
he's a big stupid. He may know offensive lines, okay, but he's bad at the game of life.
He knows lines.
He definitely knows
does.
lines. He had three of them lined up in front of him.
yeah. All right. So because I played the Niners this weekend. And Kyle Shanahan, even though there's, high expectations for that team, or at least for him as a head coach, they're 0-5.
What's their point differential? Because I know the last couple games have been
lost 4
tight.
games by 3 or less.
Wow.
It's
So
that's
close.
probably about 10 points.
Like, I want to use the Skins for my survivor pick, but the Niners just play everybody close.
Right.
It scares me a little
Except
bit.
for the Panthers, you're right.
Now, he'll be safe. They gave him a 6-year contract.
Yeah.
Right. So they're
He's
not going to
fine.
blow him out.
Right.
And they're playing tight games. I actually think it's going to be a difficult game for the Redskins. I think
Warrior
Shanahan
actually had a good game this past week, was over 300 yards.
You want a silly early
That's
fantasy
fine, but
nugget?
on the year, he's completing less than 60%. He only has 4 touchdowns in 5 games.
I get it.
They just don't have any real threats.
They don't,
Yeah.
but if you're thin at tight end on your fantasy squad this week,
I know.
look into George
Kittle.
Because the Redskins can't cover tight ends. It doesn't matter if you're a Pro Bowl type or just a marginal guy in the league. They can't cover you. George Kittle. It's a lock.
Ron's brother.
It's a lock. He's available.
Ron's son.
Nobody has him
Now,
on their roster.
Obviously, Pierre's been the biggest offensive weapon for them.
Yeah.
He's going to be fired up for this game.
Oh, absolutely.
Beyond any description. Carlos Hyde has been kind of their guy in the red zone. He's got 332 yards in 5 games.
So he was dealing with a hip injury against the Colts, and Matt Breida stepped in and got some more work in that
They only
matchup.
have a total of 7 offensive touchdowns this year, so they're struggling to get in the end zone. Defensively, Navarro Bowman, he's the guy that leads the team with 38 tackles. Outside linebacker Elvis Dumerville has picked it up a little bit here of late. He leads the team with 3.5 sacks.
Mm-hmm.
So Big matchup for the Redskins. I know a couple weeks ago we felt really good about it. I'm feeling a little less good about it, particularly with some of our injuries. No Josh Norman. I don't think it's the same defense if you don't have Josh Norman.
I think there's an opportunity for the Redskins. They get this win. Cowboys' schedule's tough. They're now 2-3. That you could get a little separation in the NFC East, pull away from the Cowboys a little bit.
And then you have a massive game coming up against the Eagles at the Link.
It's kind of one of those games where, I mean, you hate to say it, but if you consider yourself a playoff team, you got to beat an 0-5 team.
Of course.
Yeah,
No, it would be a horrible loss.
Yeah.
I mean, I hate to say it that early in the season, but because they are 500, just because you go 2-3 doesn't mean it's over. But when you're 2-2 and you're playing an 0-5 team, you got to.
But don't be shocked if it's 17-14 in the fourth quarter.
Don't get caught up in the Niners playing close games with these teams. They're not good. Offensively, they are anemic.